Hey guys, and welcome back to That LP Show. The name of the game is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for the Super NES. We just unlocked access to the obligatory sewer stage that every single game seems to want to have. Was there a sewer stage in Skyward Sword? I guess you can count the Ancient Cistern. It was kind of like underwater and you had to like control plumbing and what have you. So yeah, I guess you can count it as a sewer stage. Combined with what very much looked like hell. Come on, rat. There we go. Okay, don't actually have to do that. So if you have your lamp equipped, you can see kind of in the dark, and if you like these lanterns sitting about, or these torches sitting about, what are these called? Braziers? Maybe they're called braziers. There's a name for these things. Whatever. If you light them, then you can see throughout the rest of the room. But they only stay lit for a certain amount of time, so once you light them, get a move on. And here's a classic enemy from the Zelda series, ropes. Just swipe mindlessly at them, because as soon as they got you within their line of sight, they will charge at you. Oh, come on. There we go. Wow. Let's play Curses in full effect. I usually play a bit better than this. Okay, now we have to do with ropes, rats, and keys. Another returning enemy. There we go. This is what we wanted to come into this room for. The key. I already knew where it was, but if you want to, there are some braziers dotted about the room that you can use to light your way. After passing through these sewers, we will be very close to Sanctuary. Don't you mean the Sanctuary? Okay, well, I guess you could use it that way. You capitalize it, making it seem like a proper noun. Let's be careful. All right, let's light that brazier. Take out all these rats. Entirely optional, but I am grinding for rupees. Ooh, a red rupee. That could come in very handy. Yeah, rupees aren't, they're not, like, very useful. They are useful, but I don't think you come into too many points in the game where you absolutely need a bunch of rupees. I can think of one situation in which we're going to need a whole lot of them, but by the time we get to that point in the game, we'll just have a lot of them just from naturally killing enemies and open up treasure chests on the way. I mean, if you know where everything is, then you will definitely not be hurting for rupees at any point in this game. So some of you are probably wondering at this point, have I played A Link Between Worlds? Yes, I have, and you're probably wondering how I compare to this game. I like it, but I think that rose-tinted nostalgia goggles are blinding me to having a completely unbiased review. I still prefer this game over A Link Between Worlds, and that's probably due to the open-ended nature of A Link Between Worlds. I like my games to be somewhat linear. I do like open world games to an extent. For example, the other LP that I'm doing right now is Deus Ex. Now, I do like open-endedness in the sense that I can tackle a mission any way I want to, but I prefer my missions to be in a set order, because there's times where I like a game to tell me a story, and when it comes down to series canon, which way did Link actually go? What order did he tackle those dungeons in? I guess it could be, open to suggestion with A Link Between Worlds. I don't know. Also, there were too many incidences in which frustrating mini-games were required in order to attain heart pieces. Alright, so we have a choice of a few levers right here. If we pull the left one, enemies will fall down. We want to pull the right one in order to open the door. And speaking of mini-games in A Link Between Worlds that are required to get heart pieces, Octo Derby can go fuck itself. Princess Zelda, you're safe. Is this your doing, Link? Yes, it was Link who helped me escape from the dungeon. When I was captive, the wizard said, "Once I have finished with you, the final one, the seal of the wise men will open." Link, you must not let the land of Hyrule fall into the wizard's clutches. If he releases the seal of the 7 wise men, evil power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late, destroy the wizard before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it! You can. I sense that a mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical powers. The only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary Master Sword. It is said that the village elder is a descendant of one of the 7 wise men. Maybe he can tell you more. I will mark his house on your map. But watch your every move. I am certain that the castle soldiers will be looking for you now. I will hide Princess Zelda here. Do not worry. Seek the Elder. Do you understand? Alright, and here we get a free heart container. So there we go. We haven't even gotten to the first proper dungeon of the game, and we already have 4 heart containers. So they don't skimp. This is actually the first game in the series where they give you pieces of heart, though, where we'll have to gather up pieces of heart in segments of 4 in order to find entire heart containers. You also get full heart containers from defeating bosses and from that one chest that we had right there. So if we press the X button, we have a big map of Hyrule. Very handy, major improvement over the original game. And you can see there's an X right there marking the Elder's house, so we can head right over there. And what does this sign say? Oh, come on, get out of my way. I want to read the sign. Move. Okay, let's try this. Whack! There we go, made quick work of those guys, and got my missing heart back. Okay, obviously that way is to Kakariko Village. Our map already told us that. Okay, normally I don't show this kind of thing off, but I kind of want to now because a lot of people gripe about modern games giving you hints and telling you which way to go and saying, "Oh, old school games never held your hand." Well, they didn't hold your hand to a point where, you know, you had a sword's ghostly AI popping out every 2 seconds to speak the obvious. But if we come here, you look like you might have an interesting destiny. May I tell your fortune? I'll make it cheap. All right, so I'm going to say not interested, but for a modest fee, you can come to this fortune teller here if you're stuck, and he will give you a hint as to which way to go. So there you go. Even games back in the early 1990s had a hint system. Wanted. This is the criminal who kidnapped Zelda. Call a soldier if you see him. That is BS. I didn't do it. Obviously, they're well aware that I'm capable of helping the princess, and now Aghanim has, well, he's spreading lies. Propaganda. Okay, well, this is the Elder's house. This can't be the Elder. This is a woman. Women can't be leaders. I didn't say that. I didn't mean, no, okay. Moving on. Who? Oh, it's you, Link. What can I do for you, young man? The Elder? Oh, no one has seen him since the wizard began collecting victims. What? Master Sword? Well, I don't exactly remember the details, but long ago, a prosperous people known as the Hylia inhabited this land. Legends tell of many treasures that the Hylia hid throughout the land. The Master Sword, a mighty blade forged against those with evil hearts, is one of them. People say that now it is sleeping deep in the forest. Do you understand the legend? Anyway, look for the Elder. There must be someone in the village who knows where he is. You take care now, Link. Okay, so the Elder's not here, and, well, we're just going to have to do the good old-fashioned RPG technique of talking to NPCs in order to find the Elder. And you know what? I don't want to come in here right now. Here we go. I want to go all the way over here. So you might know certain terms like 7 Wise Men or the Hylia. In the Game Boy Advance remake of this game, the 7 Wise Men were changed to the 7 Sages, and the Hylia referred to as the Hylians in order to retroactively, link it to the rest of the games in the so-called Zelda timeline. I'm still a little on whether or not there is a timeline. I kind of just think that for the most part, all of these games are retellings of the same tale. I think they just slapped together a timeline in order to appease timeline theorists. I mean, I can see the appeal and fun of trying to link them all together, though. So we came in here for some bombs, and if we bombed the wall that we just saw me bomb there, we get our first piece of heart. So we're 25% of the way towards completing another heart container. We also got some rupees in here, and I believe these pots are just hearts. Yeah. All right, now I want to go to that green roofed house. This guy kind of looks like a young Elton John. Yo, Link. This house used to be a hideout for a gang of thieves. What was the leader's name? Oh yeah, his name was Blind, and he hated bright light a lot. Oh, that certainly won't come into play later. Okay, all these pots are hearts, except for that one pot, which is a green rupee for some reason. Alright, and in here we got a bombable wall. We'll go in there in a second, and we have these blocks. If you push them in the wrong direction, you can simply go back up the stairs and come back into this room, and they'd have all gone back to their regular positions. But fortunately, I know the order in which to push all of these blocks to get all of these chests in one go. So just do as I do, and you won't have to keep going back and forth between this room and the other. Here we go, bunch of red rupees. Like I said, we are certainly not hurting for money, and we will need about 100 rupees to purchase something in a few minutes here. And we got another piece of heart. They're certainly not skimping. Also, it's worth mentioning that by the end of this game, we will have a maximum of 20 heart containers. You can only get 16 of them in the original Legend of Zelda. Okay, we want to talk to this guy in the turban right here. You, sir, have you been going through life without one of my hold anything bottles? Well, step right up and make your life complete. I've got one on sale for now for the low price of 100 rupees. And I guess I'll take one. Goodbye. Thanks a lot. Now hold it above your head for the whole world to see, okay? It's good for business, because we don't have social media to spread the word yet. We also apparently don't have bathrooms, which is makes it a good thing that this is one of those hold anything bottles. Okay, well, somebody in this town needs to know where the Elder is, so we need to get talking to some NPCs, but that's going to have to wait until next time. And until next time, thank you for watching That LP Show, and have a one that is good.